Hi friends, today we are going to learn text-to-speech APIs as well as the options available for converting your speech to text and enable your application to that functionality. Right. So today we will be going to focus on how we can enable, give a capability to our application that can convert text to speech as well as it can convert your own voice to the text. So in today's lecture we will be going to focus how we can implement text to speech engine and how there are the APIs available, how to execute those APIs and implement in our source code. So basically any text to speech engine any text to speech engine has been those data are associated with languages. Alright, so as we know that suppose you are going to speak Paris, so Paris has another, so Paris the pronunciation for Paris may be different in different languages. So we need to download the data to enable our text to speech engine to convert text to the user's preferred language. Alright, so here as we know that the pronunciation and any word, the language has been completely separated from any languages, right? So suppose any they are the language specific. The pronunciation and the dictionary of words are the language specific. Alright, so if you are going for speaking in French, so French language has French language has its own dictionary and its own pronunciation system, just like for US English, so it has its own pronunciation system and some another words that may differ than US then they may differ than UK English. Alright, so we need to enable our Android powered devices to differentiate this language, and it must act according to the user preferred language. Alright, so text to speech engine in any Android device has been given a functionality by the engine, text to speech engine, that is called TTS engine. So it will take care regarding all this data for the different languages. Alright, so in this lecture we will be able to understand how we are going to install those data in our Android powered devices as well as how we can use those data. Right. So first I will cover language and resources, about the TTS, text to speech engine resources, language and local, and how you can enable your application to speak something that convert your text to speech. Right. So here we will be checking the data related to the text to speech engine is installed or not. As I told you that any words or pronunciation system that been specific to any particular language. Alright, so we need to download the data for each and every language that differentiate the pronunciation system of any language to the another language based on the whatever user has given a preference to the application. Alright, so that we will check that we will implement by the intent only. So we will be using one intent. So if you are going to give a capable if you are going to develop your application and you are going to use the functionality for text to speech engine, that what will you do? You will use an intent, you will implement one intent that will take care regarding the data, if the text to speech engine data is installed in your system or not. Right, so if that data is not installed in your PC, so it will prompt a user to install that data from the Google Play, and it will instantiate instance of text to speech class. Alright, by using that that object of that class, you can make your application to speak anything, whatever text you will pass as a parameter to that method, to the object of that method. Alright, so here as we know that how to implement intent in our application, so this is a basic one intent. In that this intent is used to set action. This action will be taken by the system only, or system that will take care this action thrown by the your application, and you will take care what to do with this thrown intent. Alright, so text to speech is an API that will take care all regarding all this text to speech engine and all. So we will be passing action, that is one constant as a parameter to set action. Alright, so this is a text to speech engine dot action underscore check underscore TTS underscore data that we are passing as a parameter. Now as we know that if you are expecting something from any application and you are going to launch that application by intent, so we will be implementing start activity for result method. Alright, otherwise if you are just going to launch the other application, you are not expecting any result from their application. So what will you do? You are just going to execute only start activity method, not start activity for result. So here as we are implementing start activity for result, so we will be passing one code, one check code. So this code will be written onto the on activity result method, and it will be used to validate your intent, your thrown intent. So that we will see later. It will be it has been covered here in the next couple of slides. Alright, so here we will be passing check intent as a first parameter, and second parameter will be passing a request code. Alright, just consider it as a request code. We will come to know why we have used this request code. Right. So the next thing is, so when you are throwing this intent, so this intent is just used to check that text to speech engine data is installed or not in your application. Alright, text to speech engine data is installed or not in your Android system. So if it is installed properly in your system, so it will going to instantiate a text to speech object. Alright, text to speech object, text to speech class object. So here it is this is the on activity result method. So here you can easily observe that we have here on activity result has a 3 parameter. One is the request code, second is a result code, and third one is a intent data. Alright, so request code will be the same as we have passed as a second parameter when we are going to throw the intent start activity for result. So this is used for validating your intent. Alright, the second parameter is the result code. This result code will be set by the other applications who are going to implement the text to, we are going to implement the text to, we are going to check the data is installed or not. That is the result code that will be set by that application. And the third one is intent data. So if the other application which wants to pass data to our application, so it will set that data in this intent object. As you know that we can pass the data between two applications by using the putExt method. Alright, so this is the application, the called application will set data to the intent data object by using the extra methods, and here we can get that data by getting a get extra method. Alright, so here after having this one, if everything goes right, then we are going to create the instance of text to speech engine, and after instantiating the object of type text to speech, we are going to pass string as a parameter to this empty ts object that will convert any text to the speech. Right. So here if if that request code is equal to my data check code, and if the result code equal to text to speech and .choc voice data pass, that means it will check that voice data is passed or not. So if not, then that is the missing data, so it is going to install it. So again we are going to use intent to prompt the user to install the text to speech engine data. So this data is a pronunciation method of each and every languages, as well as the dictionary of every language. Dictionary of every languages that is being used by to differentiate pronunciation system of different languages, right? So in the second is we are going to prompt the user that please install this data, TTS data. Alright, so this is how your you should take care regarding the TTS engine. You must install the data of TTS engine, and after if it goes proper and successful, then you are going to create the instance of text to speech engine class. And after having text to speech engine object, alright, so what you are going to set a language inside that. So here this is the method dot set language local.us. How you are going, if your user has if the user is from US, alright, you can also check that is the data for this language is available or not. So for that to query whether a specific local is supported or not for that particular text to speech engine object. So for that you will be using is language available method, and after you can pass the local.uk or France as a parameter. This function will return a boolean value, alright. So this is how you can also check that if you are going to, if the user has set a local.us and the data is not available, then you can check this you can implement this method, and you can again prompt the user to change the language preference, alright. After that, how you can enable your application to speech, alright. So after having after having the instance of text to speech engine class, you are going to speak something, alright. In this you are not going to speak something. The application will convert text to speech, alright. So for that, what will you do? You will be passing your string as a first parameter. After that, you will be passing text to speech .q flush, alright. So here there will be a two way to implement the text to speech and text to convert your text to speech. The first way is when you are passing second parameter is a q flush. That means there will be a one queue. Suppose one by one you are passing your text to the MTTS object, so it will be in the queue, alright. So suppose first after passing the first statement of strings, if it is in the process of converting your text to speech, and at that time you are again passing the second statement, so what it should do, it should queue the second statement, or if the second statement has a more priority than the first statement, what it should do. So in that case you can give the priority just like this, passing second parameter to the speak method as a q plus. So what will do, suppose your text to speech engine is in use, and it is converting any text to speak, and it is on, and in between that, suppose you are passing a second string to this text to speech engine. What it should do, it should save that second string as in queue, or it should just stop the first string and first statement, and it should execute the second statement. What it should do, so if you have passed a second parameter as a q plus, so it will on the spot it will speak the second statement, alright. And if you have passed a second parameter as a q underscore add, so what it will, your text to speech engine will do, it will first complete converting text to speech for the first statement, and again after completing that statement it will convert the second statement to the text to speech. So this is how you can convert your text to speech. So there are multiple methods, number of options are available to change the preference of this text to speech engine, so that you can easily get the reference from the internet as well as from our platform, right? Apart from that, there is also an option for speech to text. Alright, so in speech to text, how it should execute. Suppose you have one speech SMS application. Inside that application, you are going to reply to your colleague by speaking something instead of typing something. So if you click on speak button of that SMS, so as I have shown you on the first screen. In second screen, you can observe that it will enable speak now dialog on your screen, and it will allow you to speak something. Alright, so this so your application will give you the list of suggested words to you, and you will select this word, whatever you wanted to speak. Alright, and it will set this into the SMS reply. So there is no need to type anything from your Android keyboard. Alright, so this is how you can also enhance your application functionality for speech to text engine. So how you can implement this? So there is one easy way to implement a recognize intent. So for that, we will be using a speech recognition services that has been provided by the Google Voice APIs also. So here I will just explain you the source code, how you can implement the recognize intent. So what will you do for that? You can have the instance of package manager class, and what we can do, you can query, you can execute the query intent activities, and you can check your Android powered device that which are the applications are available that can execute this recognize service, recognize voice, recognize speech services. Alright, so here there is a second line is used to instantiate the object of package manager class, and after having this instance of this package manager class, you are going to query that which are the applications are currently installed in your Android device that can give this type of services. Alright, you will get the list of those application or services. Alright, you can get the list of those activities, and if again after getting this list of activities, what you are going to do, you are going to check it with the that if no activities are installed in your application, that you will not enable the speak button. Alright, so here speak button we have used to give a user to press on, alright, when he wants to speak something, or when he wants to say something to its application. So here speak button equal to so speak if there is no recognizer intent enabled activities are available, then it will not enable the speak button. Alright, so we have set enable false, and as well as we are also going to change the text of that button to speech recognize not found. And if some applications, if some activities are found, then what it will do, it will go inside the else block, and it will enable the on, it will execute the start speech to text method. Alright, so start speech to text method is a user defined method that we will see right now the next slide. So here what this start speech to text method will do, it will throw the intent to that particular activity with the request code. Alright, so it will start an activity that will prompt the user for speech and send it to the speech recognizer. So when this intent is called, it will your Android system will show you one dialog. That dialog you can observe in the second screen. So you can observe that the speak now dialog has been enabled. Alright, so this will be enabled when you implement this when you implement this source code inside the start speech to text method. Alright, so after having this dialog, the user will speak something, and it will be captured by the microphone of your Android device, and it will try to recognize the speech, and it will give and whatever here what actually we are going to use, we will be generating the list of we will be generating the list of suggested words that that user has just speaking. Alright, so here as we know that when we are calling start activity for result with the request code and with the intent, so it will the result will be result can be got back here on activity result. Right, so here as we have seen for the text to speech engine, so what happened here if the request code equal to voice recognized request code that we have sent when we are calling the recognizer intent, and if the result code is result okay, that will be sent by the recognize intent activity. So if it is everything is okay, then what we are going to generate, we will fill the list view with the string with recognized or it could have heard. So it will generate the list of words, those words that those can be suggested to the user if he has spoken or not. So here we will be using the array list. So matches MATCHES is a type of array list, and we are going to get the suggested words by the by the array list. So here data dot get string array list extra, and inside that this method will be having a recognizer intent dot extra result. So recognizer dot intent dot extra results is a array list object of type string. Alright, so this array list it is another name of the object of type array list. It is a reference of the object of type array list. Alright, this array list will contains the suggested word that the Google suggested word that recognizer intent. It contains a recognized word that has been recognized when a user has speak something. Alright, when the user has spoken something, then it has thrown the recognizer intent. So it will what we are getting the reference of those suggested words in terms of array list object. Now as we know, after getting the array list object, what we are going to do, we are going to set it to the adapter. Alright, so here we have specified the new array adapter of type string. Inside that will be passing first parameter as a context, second parameter is a layout of each and every item inside that list view, and third parameter we have passed the array list. So here array list is a reference of the suggested words that has been recognized by the recognizer activity that has been thrown by the recognizer intent. Alright, so after that we will set this adapter inside that we will set this adapter by the set adapter method of list view class, and so this will update your list view whatever you have set in your layout.xml file of your activity. So it will be showing the list, and you can set another on item action listener to do some practical stuff on your list of items. Alright, so this is how you can implement the recognizer intent. Alright, so this is what your this webinar was intended today. I will just conclude this webinar. Right. Thank you.